And now to our second story. Zambia's opposition leader, Hakainde Hichilema, has regained his freedom after the state prosecutor dropped charges against him. Hichilema had been accused of plotting to overthrow the government. He had been arrested in April with some 5 others and charged with treason after his convoy failed to make way for President Edgar Lungu's motorcade. His release is widely seen by some as an opportunity that could diffuse tensions in Zambia, where President Edgar Lungu imposed a state of emergency in July.
Flanked by hundreds of his supporters, Hakainde Hichilema rode in a triumphant motorcade through the streets of Lusaka to his party's headquarters. Here begins our walk towards true freedom, he said to the crowd, accompanied by his wife and his co-accused. The government said through its spokesperson Kapamba Mulenga, the decision was, quote, "The government does not interfere in the judicial system." The release of Hichilema puts an end to a political case that had heightened tensions in the country. Well, to discuss more, we are joined online by Alex Ngoma from Zambia, a political analyst. Hello and welcome. Now, in your opinion, why was he granted freedom?
The spirit of Zambia as a nation has actually prevailed. I said this because, first of all, everyone was concerned about the political instability that had arisen as a result of the incarceration of the opposition leader. Now that he has been released, what it means is that we expect negotiations to start, negotiations that will center on how the next election should be organized, in order to make it easy for the losers to concede defeat. So how best to hold transparent, legal, free and fair elections. That is going to be the main discussion going forward to 2021.
Well, did he have to take the Commonwealth to intervene for Hichilema to be released when on countless occasions the Catholic Church, NGOs and rights groups in Zambia had called for his release and the treason charges to be dropped?
Yes, indeed. It is very unfortunate that the Commonwealth had to intervene to bring the country to where it has come to now. People needed to exercise responsible leadership. You see, what has been happening is that the opposition actually kept dragging the past into the present. The election had actually been concluded. He has made it very clear. He has now forgotten about the past. He's ready to move forward. But his concern is that we must come up with a very clear roadmap, to make sure that the next election is going to be free, fair, and credible. And that, I think, is a very reasonable, expectation and a very reasonable demand. All of us would like to have a very clear roadmap going ahead to 2021.
Well, the phenomenon of opposition leaders being thrown in and out of prison is becoming a bit common in the continent's political scene. How would you explain this trend?
I think the first thing we need to acknowledge is that most of our leaders in Africa are actually not adhering to the rule of law. They are not respecting their national constitution. They are failing to leave when it is time for them to live according to their constitution. So going forward, I think that the African people must begin to demand for the respect for the rule of law, the respect for national constitution. And above everything else, I think that the African Union must now step up to the plate. It must stop defending its members who have actually breached their constitution. You've seen what has happened in Congo and so on and so forth. So going forward, I think that our leaders be assisted to understand the fact that when it is time to leave, they must leave. They must never think that without them, their countries will come to a standstill. That will not happen. Africa is not short of people who can lead the countries. If we don't do that, I'm afraid we are not going to get out of this crisis that we have found ourselves in as Africans.